Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Corey. Welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Well, we continue on with another Best Picture nominated film, and this one is Aweigh, the 1945 film from George Sidney, starring Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly. So the story follows two sailors. Both of them are on leave, and one's named Clarence, played by Frank Sinatra. The other is Joe, played by Gene Kelly. And Joe wants to go and meet a dame, and Clarence, you know, he's a very shy, nervous type, and he wants Gene Kelly to show him the way. You know, show him how to, I guess, pick up a woman, I guess. And along the way, they come across a young boy who dreams to be a sailor. And, you know, the police officer tells him, you know, well, you know, we have this kid in the station, he wants to be a sailor, can you talk some sense into him? And Gene Kelly tells him, you know, well, there's certain requirements. First you need permission from your parents, and the young boy stays with his aunt, who is Aunt Susie, played by Katherine Grayson. And pretty soon, Frank Sinatra's character starts to fall for Aunt Susie, and, you know, Gene Kelly is trying to help him basically get with her. And I've got to say that this movie was very enjoyable. This film was nominated for 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Actor in a Leading Role, Best Cinematography for a Colored Picture, Best Original Song for the song I Fall in Love Too Easily, and Best Music Scoring of a Musical Picture. And this film won the Oscar for Best Scoring. And so, you know, this film was very creative, very fun. You know, it's a musical. It is a very historical picture because there's a scene in the film that is a very big landmark milestone in film history. And that includes Gene Kelly dancing with Jerry the Mouse from Tom and Jerry. This scene is, you know, this scene is very famous for a very specific reason, because at the time there was never really a film that truly combined live action with animated films, at least on this scale. I guess the only other film that comes to mind is Songs of the South, but I'm not sure which film came first. So Songs of the South may be older than Aweigh, but then again it could be old, you know, newer. I'm not entirely sure on that. But I mean, you know, this film definitely does a great job at being very memorable. Because it's a musical, I kind of want to talk a little bit about the songs. Not very many of the songs are necessarily memorable. In fact, I probably wouldn't say that I remember any songs from this movie. But I have to say that the choreography and the dancing and a lot of the scenes in this film were very well done, especially with Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly was an amazing dancer, and, you know, he did some stuff in this film that just was very impressive, I thought. And, you know, it truly holds up to today. In the film, one of the big things that the film was trying to kind of build up and everything was that famous composer Jose Iturbi was, you know, has a part in this film. And, you know, for me, I had actually never heard of Jose Iturbi before this film. And, you know, I don't think that aspect of the film truly holds up to today, just because, you know, like I said, I had never heard of him. But that doesn't mean that he isn't well known. I'm sure it holds up for a lot of other people. I just, you know, I didn't really get the connection. But, I mean, still, I really enjoyed this film. I think it's a good time. It runs about 2 hours and 20 minutes long, which isn't too bad. And, I mean, you know, if you go into this with an open mind, I think you might have a good time. I'm going to give Anchors Aweigh a 7.7 out of 10. So tell me, guys, have you seen Anchors Aweigh? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What'd you think of the scene with Jerry the Mouse and Gene Kelly dancing? You know, what did you think of the movie overall? Comment below, let me know. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. I'm Corey, and I'll see you guys in the next one.